Hello everyone, it's Sammy Ayo again with you this morning. I'm with SAA Services. I do honeybees. I got a small quail farm. I also have a welding shop. Welding is my trade for 30 years, and I also do lawn care and tractor work for people. Anyway, this morning obviously we're gonna look at my honeybees again. The reason I'm doing this video, I want to show you all about my feeders. I got 2 frame feeders in my hives. That's how I start them out with. I feed them about 2 gallons of water, and then I'll stop feeding them. But it's called a 2 frame feeder because it uses up the width of 2 of these frames. These are your frames that go inside of your hive that bees draw the comb off of. But anyway, I'm going to remove the feeders from my hives this morning, all but 2 feeders. I'm going to leave, actually 1 feeder. I'm going to leave 1 feeder in. I'm going to remove all the rest of them. I think I have 4 or 5 feeders still in these hives, the 9 hives that I have. But we're going to go ahead and remove all the feeders I have except for 1. And that's what I'm going to show you all this morning. So let's get started. So in this hive here, I've actually already removed the feeder because I needed it over here and I forgot to bring one with me the other day. So I took the feeder out of this one and put it in here because I wanted to feed these bees and I was finished feeding these. So I've already removed this feeder, but I'm going to open it up and show you all that I'm putting replacing the feeders I took out with 2 frames. If I can find my string over here, here we go. We gotta make sure we protect ourselves. I wear, if you've seen my previous videos, I just wear a denim shirt and denim pants and a veil and these beekeeping gloves. But they do make beekeeping suits. I do have one. I don't use it very often. But I do recommend you using them if you don't feel comfortable doing it like this. So we're going to start with smoking them. I'm trying to get into the habit of smoking my bees. I made a mistake not too long ago at a neighbor's house and went to help her with her bees, and I didn't smoke them. Didn't even think about using my smoker. I had never used it before, and those things came alive and lit me up. So now I'm trying to get into a habit of smoking the bees while I'm working with them. So we're going to open this one up. As I said, I've already removed the, let me get my hive tool here. I've already removed the feeder from here, but now I got to put the frames in. I have not put the frames in yet. So, and this is what happens when you don't have frames in there. They're drawing comb off of the lid. So that's why it's a good idea to get your frames in there as soon as possible. But that's okay. We're going to take this comb, and coincidentally, this comb that was I got hanging on this frame actually came off the bottom of the feeder that I took out of here. So I used a piece of string to put it on here. It's kind of an experimental thing I like to do. But I'm going to take and get this comb. They've drawn some off the side of this other frame right here. Let me show y'all. I've just been educated on why it's very important to get your frames in there as soon as possible. See how they built the comb? They drew comb off the side of this frame here. But I'm going to take that off of there and put 2 frames in there. Let them go to work on that. I'm going to just scrape this off the side. I got a bucket here. And I'm going to scrape this off the side here and put it in this bucket and save it. Same thing with this piece also. I'll get the bees off of there in a minute. The same with this piece. I think I'm going to just take and get them off of there. Get them guys off of there and get this comb off this lid, this inner cover. Let me get these bees off of here as well. Just kind of shake them off of there. They'll be all right. Shake them off of there. Get these guys out of here. Now, I'll put this back in here, along with the comb that they've drawn off the top of this inner cover. I'll scrape this off into that bucket, and we'll take this and melt it down, and we'll either recoat our frame with it, or some people will buy this to make candies, medicine, all kind of stuff. So now I am going to put 2 frames in here in the place of where I had 2 feeders. So again, this comb right here came off the bottom of the feeder that's in this box. And I'm not sure if I showed y'all this. I just tied it to this frame, and I'm gonna let them draw a comb off of that. It's their comb already. It came out of this hive. I'm gonna put that one in there. Now I'm gonna put this frame in here. And let me do a little bit more cleaning. I see a lot of comb drawn off the top. I'm gonna do this without trying not to damage a bee. Get that off of there. Just clean it up a little bit. Same here. Just kind of clean it up a little bit. Clean my hive up a little bit. And I'm gonna close this one up and let them go back to work. This hive is doing well. I'm very pleased with it. That's why I was able to take the feeder out of this one and put it over here, because this one didn't need it anymore, and this one does. This is my only weak hive out of 9 hives. This is the only weak one I have. So we're gonna come over here, and I'm pretty sure there's a feeder in here. It's hard to keep up with all of them, but I'm almost positive there's a feeder in here. We're fixing to find out. Let me get my hive tool here. Yes, there's a feeder in here. We have bees all over our inner cover. We're going to take and knock them off right here in front of the hive, so they'll go right back in. Like so. I did not smoke these bees, so I'm going to do it now. Give them a little smoke, calm down a little bit. Now, I have never been stung by one of my bees, ever. Not once. But I'm trying to get myself in the habit of using the smoker, so if I go fool with somebody else's bees, which I've been called on to do, I'll remember to use the smoker and not get tore up like I did a couple of weeks ago. So we're going to pull this feeder out here. So again, it's a 2-frame feeder. I'm going to show it to you all in a minute. Pull this out of here, and it's probably got comb drawn on the bottom of it. I would be surprised if it don't, because the last one did on the other side over there. But it's possible it might not. It don't feel very heavy. Nope. See on that hive over here, they had drawn comb off the bottom of here, but they didn't on this one. So that's fine. I'm just going to shake these bees off of here. Tap them out of here. Again, now this is a 2-frame feeder. So what we got, this is a funnel shape down in here. It funnels down to nothing in the bottom. You fill this thing up with 1 gallon of sugar water, and the bees will go down that funnel, drink, and come back out. What I don't like about this thing though is when the water gets low, especially, these bees will go all the way down to the bottom and they'll get caught, and they'll get forced down in there by more bees, and a lot of bees will drown in here. Now, the guy I buy my packages from, my bee packages from, gave me a little tip. He said, take and break you off a little stick big enough to sit down in there. He said, and when it gets like that, the bees will get on that stick and eat the sugar water, and you'll lose a lot less bees. But I'm going to go with a different design next time. They make one that you cut a hole in the top, turn a mason jar upside down with the lid, punch 2 holes in it, and they can feed off the bottom of that. And that's what I'm going to go with next time. But I'm not going to be feeding these bees anymore. So I'm just going to put 2 frames in here to make up for the feeder. I see some comb down in the bottom of here that I want to get out. I think this is a piece I dropped in here earlier. I think I dropped this down in here. I think I just threw it down in the bottom. But it's not doing any good there, so I will gather it up and use it for something else later. And we will take 2 frames. That's why it's called a 2-frame feeder. It takes up the width of 2 frames. And we will drop this down in there so they can go to work building, drawing comb on it. Let me show y'all also while I'm in here. Laid my hive tool down. Couldn't find it there for a moment. So on that other hive, I just put those frames in, and I had that little piece of comb on there with a piece of string. I'm going to show you all I did the same thing here. If I can get this frame out of here. Here we go. So I did the same thing with this. I had taken a little piece of that comb and tied it on here. You see my string, which is no longer necessary, I'm sure. I'll probably cut that off here in just a minute. And look, here's a bee. Here's a bee with pollen on her. She just came in here apparently with pollen. Anyway, I had a little piece of comb, a little piece just like was on that other frame. I tied it in here with this piece of string just like I did with that one. And it was just a small piece. And this is what they've done. They have drawing it out. They call it drawing the comb out. I'm going to try to cut this string off of here now. Well, no, I'm not, because I don't feel like digging for my knife. It's not hurting anything. I'm just going to put it right back in there just like that. Anyway, I just wanted you all to see what would happen if you tie that comb in there. It was the same size as that piece I put over there, and they have drawn it out. That's what they call it. They call it drawing it out. They've drawn it out to that size there, and they're building. This hive is doing really well also. I'm very pleased with this hive. And we're going to close it up. And that will be it for the day. For this video, I got some more work to do, but I'm not going to video it all. I just wanted to show you all removing the 2-frame feeder, replacing it with 2 frames. I hope the video was informative. If you're a new beekeeper like myself, a newbie, I hope it's informative, it's helpful. Hope it leads you in the right direction if you want to start your own beekeeping operation. I hope you enjoyed my channel, and if you do, please, by all means, subscribe, like, and share. And y'all have a blessed day.